Hi, I'm Galina, and today I'm happy to introduce to you our brand new forms, ONLYOFFICE. So what are actually ONLYOFFICE? Just imagine the functionality of MS Office Content Control. Add the flexible settings of Adobe Forms, make it available online, and open the source code. This is how we got our perfect forms, so ONLYOFFICE. Now let's have a deeper look at the very first version of ONLYOFFICE. ONLYOFFICE or ONLYOFFICE forms are the ready-to-fill-out online document forms. What's the idea behind the product, you may ask? Here we can refer to our CEO and founder of ONLYOFFICE, Lev Panov. We want to help users significantly reduce the time they spend on creating standard documents. Let them optimize electronic document management and automate lots of the processes they have. Every day, lots of people have to deal with agreements, contracts, budget plans, different proposals, and other very standard documents. So with ONLYOFFICE, they can really automate a lot of business processes working with forms. Where can you use ONLYOFFICE today? Obviously in all our products, including web, desktop, and mobile applications. So you can use our ONLYOFFICE in our web-based complete productivity solution OnlyOffice Workspace, or in the infrastructure you use with integrated OnlyOffice docs, including Nextcloud, Confluence, OwnCloud, Alfresco, and others. As well as you can bring our solution integrated with your own platform for your own customers under your brand name. All forms are first of all designed for online web-based using. At the same time, we keep in mind the local applications and the ability to work online with your mobile applications. Speaking about desktop environment, you are able to use our forms within OnlyOffice desktop editors to create and fill out the forms. As for mobile application, you can view and fill out the ready forms using the applications for iOS and Android. What exactly can you do with OnlyOffice forms? First of all, you can create any desired form template using various form fields and adjusting them with the extended settings. Since you can work online, you can create your forms together with your teammates in real time with less effort. And you are also able to share your form to other users who can fill it out and then save to PDF format, for example. Let's discover each step closely. OnlyOffice offers a classic set of fields for form creation. So here you can find text field or a text area, which allows inserting any text. Combo box for choosing one of the predefined values from the list and probably editing the selected value if necessary. Dropdown list for choosing one of the predefined options from the list. Checkbox for choosing all options that apply. Radio button for choosing only one of the suggested options. And image for inserting visuals. Each form field provides its own settings. It's possible to adjust border and background colors as well as change highlighting colors. Move and rotate form field to put in the right place in your document. Insert the field in line with your text or fix its position. Mark an important field as required to just not allow to miss it. You can also add tips and placeholders to your form to just make it easier to work with forms for the users. And you can group fields to allow filling them out simultaneously. For a text field, there are some additional important settings. It's possible to allow multi-line entry, specify characters limit, and set automatic field resize to the text. Besides, you can apply the comp of characters, which spreads the user-defined text evenly across the width of the text field. What's really great and what's important for all forms, you can build forms together with your teammates. For example, you have to deal with a sales contract and you need help from the colleagues from other departments. That's exactly the case. You can create this form together in real time, or you can switch to the strict mode and show all the changes you made after saving the file only. You can also leave comments and mentions. You can use review and track the changes. You can browse version history, and also you can really communicate on the document to just speed up the process. First of all, you can use the built-in chat or a Telegram plugin, and you can use the plugin for Jitsi, for example, to make audio and video calls. You can share the created forms with other users, choosing the special sharing option in the file menu. Users who are granted the corresponding permissions are able to fill the form online, locally, or on their mobile devices. Moreover, you can save your form to PDF format to fill it out later using any PDF editor like Adobe. And here a question arises. What is the difference between OnlyForms and Adobe Forms? We can answer. OnlyForms are created primarily for online formats, so you can easily collaborate on your form in real time while creating it. However, we also enable working with forms in both desktop and mobile applications. Adobe, in its turn, provides full form functionality primarily for users of its desktop version. And it's needless to say that all forms are free and open source. OnlyOffice uses its document editor for working with forms. What does it mean? To create, for example, an agreement form, you do not need to first create a document in another text editor. You just add and edit the text of your form as you need it. Add even complex elements like tables. Besides, OnlyForm format specification allows us to implement important functionality like e-signature, recipient role customization, encryption of data field, and entire form. Why didn't we just leave the functionality of MS Office content controls, which were already available in our editors? We came to the conclusion that the settings they have are just not enough to really organize a full-featured work with forms. Therefore, we greatly extended the form field settings, what allows adjusting your form as you like it. And we made all forms available online for all, free and open. We really wouldn't like to compare all forms to Google Forms. Here we have a very different approach to the forms in principle. Google Forms are intended for collecting data. It's more like a questionnaire or a survey. All forms are intended for creating and working with big, important, complex document forms. Standard formats, we mean docx and PDF, did not allow us to bring all our ideas into life. That's why we decided to use our own formats, docxf and OnlyForm. A risky but a necessary step to make the forms really give you more. docxf is a form template you create. You can edit it and collaborate on it. OnlyForm is the created, ready-to-fill-out form you share with other users, which they can fill out. Let's briefly check what the entire process of working with OnlyForms and these formats looks like. To get started, create a form template in docxf format, from blank or from an existing docx file. Additionally, you can just download a ready form template from our library. Then add the necessary form fields. Change the form field properties as you need it. Preview what exactly you get from this form and save the ready form in the OnlyForm format. After saving, share your form with other users, who will just fill it out and save the result as docx or PDF file. To give you something like an entry point to this functionality and to make your work with forms a little bit easier, we created a form library. Here we provide ready-to-use, ready-to-fill-out forms and templates which users can take to save their time. All forms in our library are completely free to use. You do not need to register or install any additional software. You just find the wanted form and fill it out. After that, you can save it into one of the 3 formats available. In docxf, in case you would like to adjust anything in the form and need to edit it before you fill it out. OnlyForm to just share it with other users, or PDF for filling out in a PDF editor later. In case you can't find the wanted form, you can create it yourself and submit to marketing@onlyoffice.com to get paid for it. This way you can also help other users. For now, our ready-to-fill-out form library features several dozens of forms to just demonstrate the functionality of the new product to you. We are going to greatly extend the number of provided templates to make our library a full-fledged marketplace where everyone can share the form and get paid for it. What are we planning next? In the first version of OnlyForms, we've released just the basic set of form fields. With the next release, we are planning to add field presets to simplify the process of form creation. Besides, we want to make our product even more secure by adding an ability to encrypt the form, including encrypted parts of a document, basically for field data. We are also planning to add recipient roles for field filling. This way, we will be able to implement e-signatures for signing both the entire document with all fields as well as only the certain field group. Since PDF remains the established standard, we are planning to add an ability to edit and fill in PDF files. Moreover, we are going to introduce a new product, virtual channels. We want to also implement new technologies such as AI and blockchain to make our forms really smart. Does it all sound engaging to you? Are you ready to try OnlyForms? Just scan the QR code on your screen to get them. Thanks a lot for your attention. I'm happy to answer all your questions during the Q&A session later today.